Well, hello, my friends. Welcome to Granny B's house. Is it a good day where you are? No, I hope so. Granny B's having a good day reading stories to you and being kind to all the people around me. I hope you are too. Well, this book is about a bully. Oh, we don't like bullies, do we? It's called Timmy the Turtle and the Bully, written by Letty L. Craze and illustrated by her nephew, Joe Rollins. I really like the Timmy the Turtle books, and I hope you do too, because I bought them right from the author who wrote them. She's a very nice woman. Let's read about this Timmy the Turtle and the Bully. A new family is moving into the meadow. Timmy the Turtle and his friends are excited and eager to find out about them. Who do you think they are? Wondered Timmy the Turtle. I don't know, answered Henry the Hedgehog, but I hope there is someone to play with us. Let's go and find out, suggested Walter the Water Snake. So Timmy the Turtle, Henry the Hedgehog, and Walter the Water Snake started out to welcome the new family to the meadow. Along the way, they met Seymour the Skunk and Ralph the Raccoon. We're going to meet the new family in the meadow, said Timmy the Turtle. Would you like to come with us? We sure would, answered Seymour the Skunk. There's Benny the Bluebird. I'll bet he will come with us too. As the friends arrived at the big tree in the meadow, they saw two little possums playing under the branches. They stopped playing and came to meet the animal friends. Who are you? Asked one of the possums. What do you want? Hi, I'm Timmy, said Timmy the Turtle. We have come to welcome you to our meadow. What are your names? What makes it your meadow? Do you own it? The little possum asked, ignoring Timmy the Turtle's question about their names. Petey, don't be so rude, said the other little possum. My name is Penny Opossum, and this is my brother, Petey Opossum. Thank you for coming to meet us. I was hoping for someone to play with here. I'm Henry, said Henry the Hedgehog. I'm Walter, said Walter the Water Snake. I'm Ralph, said Ralph the Raccoon. I'm Benny, said Benny the Bluebird. I'm Seymour, said Seymour the Skunk. Oh, goody, sighed Peter Opossum. So do you own this meadow? Timmy the Turtle and his friends didn't know how to answer Petey Opossum because they had never heard that question before. I guess it's our meadow because we all live here, said Henry the Hedgehog. Now it's your meadow, too. I don't want to share my meadow with you, snapped Petey Opossum. Stop it, Petey, said Penny Opossum. Remember what Mama told you about being nicer to other people? Penny Opossum turned to Timmy the Turtle and his friends. I'm sorry about Petey. He doesn't have very good manners. That's okay, said Walter the Water Snake. We want to be friends anyway. Petey Opossum didn't say anything. He just put his hands in his pockets and frowned. The next day, Timmy the Turtle was walking along when suddenly he tripped and went tumbling end over end down the hill. When he finally stopped rolling, he poked his head out of his shell and looked around. There at the top of the hill was Petey Opossum, laughing so hard he couldn't hardly stand up. Petey, did you trip Timmy the Turtle and make him fall? Asked Penny Opossum sharply. I didn't do nothing, said Petey Opossum. He's just clumsy. You better not be telling a fib, Petey. Timmy, are you all right? Called Penny Opossum. I'm fine, answered Timmy the Turtle, shaking his head. Later, Timmy the Turtle, Henry the Hedgehog and Walter the Water Snake were sitting under the big oak tree. Suddenly, a huge bunch of acorns came down out of the tree, pelting them on their heads. Timmy the Turtle and Henry the Hedgehog scurried away from the tree, but Walter the Water Snake couldn't move. He was stuck. Someone had pulled the tip of his long tail through the fork of the tree and tied a knot in the end of it. Walter the Water Snake gave a mighty yank and pulled his tail free. Ouch! Timmy the Turtle, Henry the Hedgehog, and Walter the Water Snake looked up into the tree, and who do you suppose they saw? Right there above where they had been sitting sat Petey Opossum, giggling to himself. Petey, did you tie a knot in Walter the Water Snake's tail and pelt us with acorns? Asked Henry the Hedgehog angrily. What if I did? Answered Petey Opossum. What are you going to do about it? Penny Opossum came scurrying up the hill. What's going on? She cried. Petey, what have you been up to now? Petey Opossum didn't answer. He just sat in the tree and laughed. I'm so sorry, Penny Opossum said sadly. This is why we don't have any friends. Petey is such a bully. I don't know what to do with him. You'd better not tell, Penny, hollered Petey from his perch in the tree. If you do, I'll pull your pigtails off. Penny Opossum burst into tears. Please don't cry, Penny, said Henry the Hedgehog. We'll still be your friends, even if Petey is a bully. Everyone in the meadow tried and tried to get along with Petey Opossum, but all he wanted to do was play mean tricks on everyone. He dropped red berries on Seymour the Skunk, and the berries stained Seymour's white stripe with red spots. Seymour tried to wash the spots away, but the water made the spots run together. Now poor Seymour's white stripe was pink. Petey Opossum laughed and laughed. He pulled a tail feather from Benny the Bluebird while Benny was napping. Then Benny the Bluebird couldn't fly straight. Petey Opossum laughed and laughed. Ralph the Raccoon was the only friend who escaped Petey Opossum's pranks. Ralph always seemed to nap with one eye open and saw Petey Opossum before he came close enough to play a trick. Penny Opossum was so sad. She felt bad about all the mean pranks her brother was playing. She was afraid all her friends wouldn't want to play with her, just in case Petey decided to come along and be a bully. Timmy the Turtle and all the others tried to reassure Penny Opossum that she wasn't responsible for Petey's bad behavior, but Penny was sad just the same. One afternoon, everyone was playing in the meadow. They were all keeping a sharp watch for Petey Opossum in case he might be up to his tricks. Let's play tug-of-war, said Ralph Raccoon. Everyone thought this was a great idea and hurried to find a long vine to play with. Walter the Water Snake, Seymour the Skunk, and Ralph the Raccoon pulled on one end of the vine. Timmy the Turtle, Henry the Hedgehog, and Benny the Bluebird pulled on the other. They pulled and tugged, first one way, then the other. Neither side was able to win, so they just had fun pulling and laughing and falling down in a heap. Suddenly, Penny Opossum popped her head over the top of the hill. Oh, here you all are, she said. I've been looking everywhere for you. What's the matter, Penny? Asked Ralph the Raccoon as she stopped to catch her breath. I've been trying to find you. I need your help, Penny cried. Petey has fallen into a big hole and can't get out. Please come and help, she cried. Said Walter the Water Snake. That's why he hasn't been here playing tricks on any of us. Please help us, cried Penny Opossum again. I can't get him out by myself. As Timmy the Turtle, Henry the Hedgehog, and all the others hurried through the forest with Penny Opossum, it started to rain. Soon they saw the big hole where Petey Opossum had fallen. It was hidden by some bushes, and no one even knew it was there. Everyone gathered around the edge of the hole and peered in carefully. There at the bottom sat Petey Opossum, beginning to be very wet and miserable in the rain. Petey glared up at them and yelled at Penny, "Why did you bring them? They won't help me. They don't even like me." "Why should we like you, Petey?" asked Seymour the Skunk. "All you ever do is play mean tricks on us." Seymour looked sadly at his pink stripe as he asked that question. "Oh, let's get him out of that hole before he drowns," said Walter the Water Snake. "Go get the tug-of-war vine." Ralph the Raccoon dropped one end of the vine down into the hole. It wasn't quite long enough to reach the bottom where Petey waited. "What shall we do now?" cried Timmy the Turtle. "The vine isn't long enough." "Here, let me try," shouted Walter the Water Snake. "You all grab my tail and hang on." Walter the Water Snake grabbed the vine in his strong teeth and leaned over the edge of the big hole. Everyone else grabbed Walter's tail and held on tight. "Grab the vine, Petey," called Benny the Bluebird. "We'll get you out." Petey Opossum jumped up high enough to grab the end of the vine and held on very tightly. The ground around the big hole was a little slippery from the rain, but finally, with everyone's help, Petey Opossum popped out over the edge. "Wow, that was scary," squeaked Petey Opossum. He had forgotten all about being a bully because he was so afraid. Penny Opossum hugged Petey Opossum and cried, "I'm so glad you're safe." Petey Opossum didn't even try to wiggle out of her hug. "Thanks for saving me," said Petey Opossum softly. "I didn't think you would want to help me. I was so mean to all of you." All the friends gathered around Penny and Petey Opossum. "You're welcome, Petey," said Timmy the Turtle. "We really want to be your friends if you want us to be." "Friends always help each other," added Henry the Hedgehog. "We couldn't have pulled you out without Walter the Water Snake," said Ralph the Raccoon. "The vine was too short." "We all worked together," said Walter the Water Snake. "It took all of us trying as hard as we could. We couldn't have saved Petey Opossum if we hadn't all pulled together." Suddenly, Benny the Bluebird cried, "Look, Seymour, your stripe is white again. The rain has washed all the pink away." All the friends laughed and hurried home together. The end. Well, you know, that's one thing Granny Bee gets really mad about is when there's a bully not being kind to Granny Bee's friends. So I hope you aren't a bully. You're not, are you? Oh, please don't be a bully. There's no good reason to pull dirty tricks on people and play pranks on them. It'll always come back to haunt you if you're not being kind to people because you might need them sometime, just like Petey Opossum needed help coming out of that hole. So just remember, if you're being kind to the people around you, then they'll be kind back to you someday. But Granny Bee loves you. Granny Bee wants you to be kind, and Granny Bee wants you to treat everyone the way you'd like to be treated. So if you're kind and if you treat people the way you'd like them to treat you, you're going to make this world a much better place to live. Okay? You remember Granny B loves you, and Granny B wants you to come back and see me again real soon. And I'll betcha I'll read you another story, okay? Bye-bye.